2018 Chevrolet Equinox Diesel. Chevy seeks diesel redemption among the crossover masses. The Chevrolet Equinox has undergone a comprehensive redesign for 2018, and the results on the whole have been impressive. Although the compact SUV is trimmer than its predecessor, the user-friendly interior is nearly as roomy. Having shed hundreds of pounds of flab, it has further toned up with skillful chassis tuning. The Equinox came out of the gate with a somewhat underwhelming base engine, the turbocharged 1.5-liter inline-four making just 170 horsepower, but quickly followed it up with the option of a far livelier 2.0-liter turbo with 252 ponies. Now comes a third choice, the 1.6-liter turbo diesel that promises to be the fuel economy play of the bunch. High stellar EPA numbers, hushed operation, pleasant host body, lows hefty upcharge, modest tow rating, undefeatable auto stop/start system. This is the same diesel that has been available in the Chevy Cruze and also will be offered in the Equinox's platform mate, the GMC Terrain. The output is 137 horsepower at 3750 rpm and 240 pounds-feet of torque at 2000 rpm. Whereas the diesel is paired with a 9-speed transmission in the Cruze, here it mates to a 6-speed automatic. General Motors engineers claimed that in the heavier Equinox, the 9-speed didn't return the fuel economy advantage, so there was no reason to use it. The Cruze also offers the diesel with a 6-speed manual, but, unsurprisingly, the stick shift isn't available in the Equinox. None too thirsty as it is, the diesel's EPA numbers are worth crowing about. The front-wheel drive version is rated at 28 miles per gallon city, 39 miles per gallon highway, and 32 miles per gallon combined. All-wheel drive knocks the highway figure down to 38 miles per gallon, but the others stay the same. Those highway numbers are the best among compact SUVs, while the city figure is exceeded only by hybrid versions of the Toyota RAV4 and the Nissan Rogue. It's possible that the real-world highway MPG might be even better. In our 75 mph highway fuel economy test of the Cruze diesel, we recorded 52 miles per gallon, beating the EPA highway rating by 5 miles per gallon. Even if you merely equal the EPA figures, the highway cruising range is 580 miles for the FWD model and 590 miles for the AWD version, which has a slightly larger tank. Aiding the fuel economy cause for all Equinoxes in the city is auto stop/start, which is standard across the lineup. As if becoming grand practice, the system cannot be switched off, which may be irksome to some drivers. We'd characterize the diesel's restart smoothness as better than some but not the best in the field. None too affordable impressive though it may be, the diesel engine's fuel economy comes at a price, and that price can be fairly hefty. The diesel skips the L and LS trim levels and is available only in the fancier upper 2 grades, Lieutenant and Premier. The Equinox Lieutenant diesel starts at $31,435, which is $3,740 more than the Lieutenant with the base engine, although the diesel brings with it additional standard equipment. Compared with the Lieutenant 2.0-liter, the diesel is $1,345 more. On the Premier, the diesel represents a $2,195 upcharge over the base engine but is $600 less than the 2.0. Without looking at the window sticker or the discreet blue badge on the tailgate, one might not realize a diesel lurks under the hood. Fire up the engine, and there's no telltale clatter, although there is some vibration at idle once you shift into drive. It's at that point that the diesel is most evident. There's a subdued growl under acceleration, but it's not the garbling gravel sound that once normally characterized diesels. Cruising at highway speeds, the engine is virtually silent, indistinguishable from a gasoline 4. None too quick Chevy's estimates have the diesel trailing by a full second the base 1.5-liter turbo from 0 to 60 miles per hour, and the 1.5 is no rocket sled. The 1.5-liter Equinox with all-wheel drive took 8.9 seconds to reach 60 miles per hour in our testing, which suggests the diesel will do it at a glacial, 10-ish second pace. It's true that, with the accelerator method, response can be wanting at higher speeds, but it was still brisk enough off the line to chirp the tires in the front drive version we drove. Really, though, the diesel makes a much happier account of itself and less urgent calls to the engine room, where a mild prod of the pedal brings plenty of initial shove, particularly at around town speeds. And the transmission, given only 6 gears to play with, isn't overly busy. Those who think of diesels as ideal for towing will be disappointed, however, to learn that the Equinox Diesel is rated to tug just 1,500 pounds. The 2.0-liter gas engine, meanwhile, earns a 3,500-pound rating. Blame the diesel powertrain's cooling requirements, we're told. In order to keep things kosher at the business end of this powertrain, Chevrolet uses an exhaust after-treatment system that requires diesel emissions fluid depth. Depending on driving patterns, that 4.9 gallons of fluid should last 5,000 to 6,000 miles. The need for a refill is communicated via a message in the instrument cluster. The subject of diesel emissions inevitably brings to mind the VW's cheating scandal and the damage it has done to the market. For all diesels in the U.S., where several automakers are scaling back their plans to use compression ignition power plants, Graham, though, is an exception. "We don't think customers feel betrayed by the technology," says Dan Nicholson, Graham Vice President for Propulsion Systems, choosing his emphasis deliberately. "We think the customers are still out there. We would like to court them. We would like to conquest them. If indeed they are still out there, the Equinox Diesel with its quiet operation, strong fuel economy, and popular crossover body style would seem to be a pretty effective net with which to catch them."